This is the Sales Babble Podcast, episode 442, Where to Look for Leads.
Welcome to Sales Babble, the podcast that shares selling secrets for non-sellers. And now your host, Pat Helmers.
Hello, Sales Babblers. Are you ready to buckle up? Because today we're going to dive into the world of lead poverty. Lead poverty. You know those times when you open up your CRM to follow up and there's nothing but the same old leads that you've been taking action on for the last few months, and you just know these people are not going to buy. Well, at least they're not going to buy anytime in the near term. And those that you do talk to, and eliminate any opportunity or possibility of closing on them in the future. Stop bothering those people. Today we're going to chat about how to break free of this lead scarcity and to get our sales mojo back on track. Where do we even begin to uncover and discover these elusive new leads? Where do we go to find them? What can we do to fill up our CRM? That's the topic for today. Before we start, make sure and subscribe to the podcast on whatever app that you're listening to, and also follow us on Facebook, X, and myself on LinkedIn. You can find links in the show notes. And so, with no further ado, let's get some leads. And now for today's chapter. Master sellers are impressive and profound with skill and wisdom. Be it conferences, meetups, or trade shows, they seek to help all they meet, collecting references, referrals, and qualified prospects wherever they go. Awake to the news, they're on top of social trends, knowing that emerging innovations birth opportunity. They take comfort in how yesterday's solutions becomes today's problems, and in time, tomorrow's possibility. All have the potential, all possibility. Leads are to be found all around. And now today's story. Revenue was slumping. Pat noticed that the SDR team was stuck following up on weak leads, and the reason was clear. They were lead poor. This would not do. Pat asked Chris, "Why do you keep calling up the same leads?" "Well, it's all we have," responded Chris. "But these leads are stale." "I know. I've been saying this for a month." "Well, we can't keep doing this," Pat retorted. "I've got an idea on how we can mix it up." First, Pat visited the marketing department for the latest trade show leads. Next, Pat telephoned 5 clients for referrals, and that afternoon visited the library to download 200 leads from the business databases. That next day, the fresh leads in the CRM wowed Chris. "Where did you find these?" Pat smiled. "Oh, a little from here and a little from there. Of course, they're not all qualified, but this is the thing. They may know people who are qualified. Like the sunrise and sunset, each day brings us opportunity. Leads are all around us. We just have to look." Lead generation is fraught with mistakes. It starts with sellers misunderstanding their ideal clients by assuming their wants and needs. Next, they fail to understand how buyers shop for new solutions. And lastly, sellers will forget to reflect on their past successes and use that data to find new leads. Until these errors are corrected, sellers will continue to have a shortage of leads. The world is filled of opportunity. We only need to seek it out. Lao Tzu wrote, "The Tao is like a well, used but never used up. It's like the eternal void, filled with infinite possibilities." Now, to download a copy of this week's chapter of the Tao of Sales Babble, you can find it in the show notes at salesbabble.com. And while you're there, you can sign up for our brief weekly newsletter with links to the podcast sent conveniently to your inbox. Now, you may think I get a ton of email and that I'm a busy person and you don't want to bug me or bother me with some of your troubles. That's not the case whatsoever. I'm an extrovert. I love the opportunity to talk with listeners. I've been doing so quite a bit last week and even today. I'd love to hear some of your struggles, some of your troubles. Maybe you have a recording of a sales call that you tried to close and it just didn't go the way you want. I'd be more than happy to give you some input on it. Sales is one of my favorite topics. If you got a question, got a comment, don't hesitate to reach out. With that said, that's all I've got for this week. Until next Tuesday, take care and have a highly successful and a profitable selling day.
Thank you for listening to the Sales Babble podcast. Find us at www.salesbabble.com.
This is a production of Habanero Media.